And Houston Congressman Al Green blasting President Trump for the president's fiery threat directed at North Korea. This coming after U.S. analysts claim North Korea has produced a nuclear warhead small enough to fit on top of a ballistic missile.
The president warned North Korea will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen if it threatens the U.S. Now, North Korea is responding, saying it's examining plans to attack Guam. And the state of Hawaii says it is prepared for the threat of a possible attack, however low. U.S. Congressman Al Green says President Trump's comments were reckless.
The president has put us in a position now such that either he will have to back up his talk, which would be war, or he will have to back down. If he backs down, the United States is going to look weak.
Meanwhile, on Twitter today, the president saying his first order is to renovate and modernize America's nuclear arsenal. So how serious of a threat does North Korea pose? Joining us now, Professor Robert Buzzanco from the University of Houston. He is a history professor and an expert on foreign affairs. Thank you so much for joining us, Robert.
Thank you.
So our first question, obviously, is North Korea actually prepared to attack the U.S.?
I mean, it has the capability to do so. The likelihood, I still think, is pretty low. Having a nuclear-tipped ballistic missile is clearly a threat, but the reality, as Secretary Mattis pointed out today, is there's this huge, overwhelming disparity in power, and you know, you can say Kim Jong-un is crazy all you want, but the reality is he's got to understand that any kind of aggressive action would be met with an obliteration.
Yeah, you mentioned capability. Yeah. We hear these analysts that they claim that there are these nuclear, possibilities from North Korea. I mean, what do we really know about this situation in terms of what North Korea has?
With absolute certainty, it's hard to say that there's much, but intelligence assessments have suggested there's a miniature nuclear missile, a ballistic missile that's capable. No ICBMs or anything like that. Estimates are that they have 30 to 60 warheads. The United States has about 7,000. And China has several hundred, and so the reality is in that area, North Korea is a very minor player when it comes to that kind of possibility.
President Trump says that military action will be taken if necessary. Do you think the U.S. is actually prepared to act in any way?
Tillerson and Mattis both kind of reeled it back today. With Trump, one never knows. I mean, Tillerson and Mattis weren't even aware of Trump's statement until he made it. So it's kind of hard to say. I mean, I think I still think it's not likely to move beyond this kind of rhetoric, but it's clearly, every time you ratchet it up, it gets a little bit more risky.
Rex Tillerson saying Americans shouldn't lose sleep over this.
Right,
really.
And I think he's right.
Okay, all right. Robert Buzzanco from the University of Houston, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And of course, this